Pretty breaking news, although a bit dated by a few days. In Singapore last Friday night, the SPF, Singapore Police Force, and the HSA, Health Sciences Authority, conducted raids on nightclubs along Coleman Street on August 15, 2025. And guess what? Over 280 e-vaporizers, including suspected K-pods, were seized. We just covered this story about more than 2 weeks ago, where we mentioned that thanks to Straits Times, we now know that there's actually a very active group, or there's really active vapers that continue to do so in the Singapore nightlife scene, despite vaping being illegal in Singapore. And seized vapes, more than 1/3 usually contains etomidate, and as our viewers always tell us to remind other people for awareness, etomidate is an anesthetic agent that should only be administered in medical settings, okay? And etomidate in vape pods, known as K-pods, can cause users to stagger, have slurred speech, behave like a zombie, all out bad, and then, it's just bad stuff, and the addiction risk is super high. But somehow, people who are vaping still somehow, have no care for the law, and they pretty much love to do it publicly in the open, in enclosed areas, on buses, on trains, in private hire vehicles and such forth, sometimes even in the park. News of zombie vapors, okay, let's just call them zombie vapors, are getting more and more. And apparently so also, we covered, since that we now know that a lot of vapers are doing it pretty openly, in the nightlife scene, it is only a matter of time before the authorities will pay these places a visit. Editor, can you please play what we've mentioned 2 weeks ago? Anyway, now that we all know where all these vapors like to gather, right? It's just a matter of time before the friendly authorities will pay these places a visit. So, no surprise there. Could we say we told you so? So now, more than 115 individuals aged 17 to 61 have been caught for e-vaporizer related offences during this raid, and 5 people were found with suspected etomidate laced K-pods. So now, for people out there who are thinking, you know what? The blitz raid is over, so it's now safe to vape openly, as brazenly as some of you are doing at the nightlife scene. Let me just bring an example to you. If you were a fisherman and you found this really sweet fishing spot with a lot of catches, will you only return to it once?